a lot of companies are giving back right now, but one in particular is helping our frontline heroes. So as the pandemic numbers rise, the needs also grow for frontline workers and vulnerable populations. Amazon has done it again. They're donating $10 million of PPE supplies. Joining us to share is Amazon spokesperson Zach Goldstein and Direct Relief CEO Thomas Tighe. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Zach, this is an exciting venture. And Amazon always, bigger is better with Amazon, right? Tell us a little bit about what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we're announcing a $10 million donation that we've completed over the past several weeks to Direct Relief and Feeding America in PPE supplies. So this donation includes 4.4 million masks, 273,000 gallons of hand sanitizer, and thousands of contactless thermometers that are going to Direct Relief and Feeding America in the important work that they do to support vulnerable populations as well as protect frontline workers.
Okay, and Thomas, this is where you come in, Direct Relief and Feeding America. Tell us exactly how that looks.
Well, Direct Relief and Feeding America, nonprofit organizations. We focus on providing support for access to health services, where the food bank network that Feeding America does provides access to nutritional services through their food bank network. So probably for many of the same people who rely on the nonprofit network of community health centers and free and charitable clinics tend to rely on Feeding America food banks for their nutritional needs. So I think Amazon's recognition that the public institutions are under a lot of pressure, businesses are under a lot of pressure, and social service groups are under a lot of pressure, and this need for protection of the essential workers, whether it's at a food bank or at a health center or a patient coming to a health center. And I could not be more thankful that they leveraged their unique size and ability to do something they did not have to do, but it resulted in a huge infusion of a much needed product at a critical time that's already gone to 565 or so food banks and community health centers that are performing essential services for people who really rely on them at this critical time.
Yeah, it's really quite wonderful, and there are so many people in need as this just keeps going. We're not sure, when the end is or if there is an end, actually. So how do you determine who needs the PPE the most?
Well, I think as we've received PPE, we were doing a lot beginning in China and nationwide, but it's a very, very tough situation. Our tendency is to focus on the areas of highest need, where there's the least access to the private philanthropic resources, and the states that have the deepest need. So I think for us at Direct Relief, it's been an ongoing basis of seeing what other options are available in different states. And that all sounds good, but the fact was we were intended to be providing PPE support to make sure the frontline health workers at the hard-hit and least fortunate areas in our country. We ended up getting asked for support urgently by New York City hospitals, by those in Seattle and in Palo Alto, California, where I grew up, which is some of the wealthiest communities in the country, and where people were in critical conditions. So it's normalized a bit more now, but just the level of crisis as we were dealing with this, and we're in the uptick again. So I think it's important in general to have a priority or a triage of who's got access. But for Direct Relief, it's certainly the areas of highest need with the least access to other resources is where we typically aim.
Absolutely. What a wonderful thing Amazon's doing, helping all these people. How can viewers help support Direct Relief?
Well, before you support any organization, including Direct Relief, it's probably good to look us up and examine our finances and our history. And so I would encourage anyone interested to look at directrelief.org, which has a lot of information about our 72-year history. We're privately funded and have no political or religious affiliation, but work everywhere. That's important. And all the COVID-related information is up there that we update daily, directrelief.org.
Great. Zach Goldstein and Thomas Tighe, thank you so much for this great information.
Thanks for having us.